Good evening and welcome to your Tuesday, May 6, 2025 edition of the Evening News. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Guyana could benefit from exploration drilling offshore Suriname, says STAATSOLIE. 5,000 body cameras handed over to GPF as government aims to improve transparency in policing. Distribution of Because We Care cash grant to begin in regions 7 and 9. Nursing aid wanted by police over false claim about autopsy surrenders, and man found dead in pool at TOUCAN Mall. Now for the news in detail. With plans being developed for shared gas development between Guyana and Suriname, the Dutch-speaking nation's state-owned oil company STAATSOLIE has described the exploration drilling program, which kicked off with drilling on its Macaw 1 well, as potentially beneficial for Guyana as well. Here is Gerald Bryan with our lead story tonight.
With the discussions that are being held between Guyana and Suriname on potential gas collaboration, the oil and gas exploration being rolled out off the coast of Suriname has implications for Guyana. This is according to Suriname's state-owned oil company STAATSOLIE, when they announced the start of drilling on one of 5 exploration wells planned for 2025. According to STAATSOLIE in its statement, French oil company Total Energies has started drilling at the Macaw 1 well in Block 64. STAATSOLIE also noted that Macaw 1, which is being drilled by the Stena Drillmax, is the first of 5 exploration wells that are scheduled to be drilled this year. Most importantly, the state-owned company noted that this drilling program, once successful, could benefit both countries as it will lead to new oil and gas plays in the Suriname-Guyana basin over the long term. There has been talk for some time on how Guyana and Suriname could collaborate in the realm of oil and gas. For instance, President Dr. Irfaan has spoken of the need for the two countries to work together on a joint gas project. Only earlier this year, STAATSOLIE head Anand Jagassar had visited Guyana, during which he had also spoken of the opportunities for collaboration. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
In a significant step towards modernizing law enforcement and enhancing public trust, the government of Guyana has handed over 5,000 high-tech body cameras to the Guyana Police Force. According to President Dr. Irfaan Ali, this initiative forms part of a broader national strategy to increase transparency, accountability, and service efficiency across policing operations. Trishelle Sobers tells us more.
The handing over of the 5,000 body cameras to the Guyana Police Force was done at a formal ceremony on Tuesday morning, which was attended by President Dr. Irfaan Ali, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben, Police Commissioner Clifton Higgin, Deputy Commissioner Ravindra Dutt Budram, and other senior security officials. The 5,000 high-tech body cameras boast cutting-edge features including IP76 rating for rugged, dust-proof and waterproof use up to 6 feet, Wi-Fi long-term evolution ELT, and 4 gig streaming capabilities. 256 gigabytes of storage with 5 hours of native battery life or up to 10 hours with an extended battery. Mounting versatility for use on uniforms, in-or vehicles, and full integration with existing national surveillance networks. The technology aims to support real-time monitoring, incident traceability, and evidentiary integrity while promoting responsible conduct by both officers and citizens. In his address at the handing over ceremony, President Ali emphasized that the deployment of the cameras marks a pivotal point in the evolution of policing, noting that there is no space for excuses or lack of accountability.
A big part of improving service delivery is monitoring and evaluation, transparency and accountability, but also at the same time giving our police officers, our men and women in uniform, the tools to make their job easier. But it also gives us an opportunity to have what I always speak about, that is traceability. Traceability of behavior, conduct from the citizenry and also from the police. So there is absolutely no excuse whatsoever from the Guyana Police Force of our men and women in the field not being equipped with these cameras when conducting their duties and responsibilities.
The Guyanese leader further outlined plans to expand the use of roadside surveillance, speed monitoring systems, AI-assisted traffic enforcement, and mobile highway stations equipped for rapid response, all part of a multi-tiered technology-based crime-fighting strategy.
Work with the Guyana Police Force in building out its capacity and capability, training our men and women in uniform in a service-oriented way, in a way in which the experience between the citizenry and the Guyana Police Force can be developed into one of trust, confidence, and one in which we support each other with the primary objective of keeping our citizens and our country safe.
Meanwhile, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben echoed the President's sentiments, reiterating the government's ongoing commitment to improving the lives of Guyanese through enhanced security, better service delivery, and citizen-focused policing.
We are aware that even where there may be deficiencies and human failings, that the question of technology could add to the certitude of delivering the service that our citizens require, and to build trust and confidence in respect of the work that we do in improving the lives and the protection of the citizens of the country.
Trishelle Silbers, Evening News.
The distribution of the Because We Care cash grant, which was scheduled to begin on May 12, will first commence in Regions 7 and 9, according to Education Minister Priya Manikchand. The cash grant totals $55,000 per child, which includes the $5,000 uniform voucher. Let's have a look.
On the 12th of May, Monday, we begin in Regions 9 and 7. And the following week, we begin in Region 2 and 5. And every other region will follow thereafter. So I want you to remember what the eligibility criteria is. It is that the child must have been on the register, that the school would have provided that register that was verified a few times by the region, by our central ministry, by officers. And every child will receive $55,000. $50,000 being Because We Care cash grant and $5,000 for uniform and school supplies. If you can't make it to pick up the grant, then you can send an authorization. We are going to be issuing what that should look like. This is an extremely smooth process. You would have to follow very carefully online on all our platforms and the newspapers when your region is going to be served and where each school will be served. I want to re-emphasize, if you don't see your region starting on Monday, I don't want to see conversations such as, oh gosh, when they start in my region, like his only dog is living. I've seen those kinds of things. We are going to get to every single child before the beginning of school because we're staggering this to be able to do it in an effective way. But there's a schedule, and so you're going to have to take your own responsibility in paying attention to see when it is coming to your region and where your child's grant will be distributed.
Tiana Serena Lewis King, a nursing assistant at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, has surrendered to the Guyana Police Force following the issuance of a wanted bulletin in connection with a false and misleading voice recording regarding the autopsy of 11-year-old Adriana Young, whose body was discovered in a pool of the now-gutted double-day hotel at TOUCAN, East Bank, Essequibo on Thursday, April 24, almost 24 hours after she was reported missing from the facility. Lewis King turned herself in at the Criminal Investigation Department on Monday evening, accompanied by an attorney from the law firm Hughes, Fields and Stobie. According to the GPF, the voice note, widely circulated on social media, contained multiple fabricated claims, including that Lewis King had been sent to the autopsy by Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony and was present during the procedure conducted at GPHC on April 28. The Guyana Police Force, in a statement, explained that the recording was intended to create public mischief, pervert and obstruct the course of justice, among other criminal offenses. Up to news time today, there had been no official update on the investigations. Meanwhile, an employee of the TOUCAN Mall located at Amelius Ward, Linden in Region 10 was this morning found dead in the facility's pool. He has been identified as 67-year-old Henry Gardner. He reportedly lived in the same compound with other family members and is a relative of the owner of the facility. Investigations so far suggest that the man drowned in the pool. Up to news time, the Guyana Police Force had not released any information on the incident. Coming up, Guyana's regulatory environment, business freedom lauded by Economic Freedom Index, and OTC conference, Guyana's economic diversification lauded in Houston. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
The moment is coming. He has the ball. Will he make the shot? And he made it! Goal! This is the biggest win we've seen in ages. Feel the rush with every bet and win big. Play online at www.ibetgamesur.com.
With iBet Supreme, every game is your game. iBet to win with iBet Supreme.
Must be 18 years and older to bet.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe.
On the job, you know how it goes. 1 minute, everything's going right, and the next, something goes wrong. Don't worry, Premier Insurance will make things right again. For all risks insurance, call 223-0840 or visit premierinsurance.ui. Fuel your success. Premier insurance coverage for less.
You know, I've been thinking, since I moved over to the west side, this is the perfect location for put up a food stand.
Put up food stand here?
Yes, Officer Bringer.
No, Granny, you can't put up no food stand here.
Why not?
Because the gas to energy pipeline.
Gas to energy? Why is that?
You can bring gas from offshore to region 3, that can turn into electricity and other things.
So what about if Granny put it up over there?
No, Granny, listen. This whole area here, from here to the West Bank, is considered the right of way. So nobody can build, plant, dig or burn nothing here.
But what if I am?
No buts, Granny. Listen, you could get yourself or others hurt. Watch, you see this number here? You call it if you see anybody doing anything out of the way or doing anything they're supposed to be doing, like building, digging, or burning stuff on the right of way.
All right, grandson, I hear you.
In today's tough driving conditions, every engine faces three powerful enemies: engine heat, pollutants, and frequent short trips. Each factor is a direct cause of engine sludge, a buildup of dirt that can block vital oilways. This triple threat demands triple protection. Castrol GTX's Triple Protect Power is engineered to fight these three main causes of engine sludge.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Guyana has been recognized by the Index of Economic Freedom for the efficiency of its regulatory environment, scoring an overall score of 58.2 and improving in its ranking when it comes to economic freedom. Jarl Bryan reports.
The Index of Economic Freedom is an annual index prepared by the Heritage Foundation, an American conservative think tank, and the Wall Street Journal. In this year's index, Guyana was ranked 99 out of 184 countries for its economic freedom. Its 58.2 point score is a 0.9 point increase from last year. Guyana received a strong score when it comes to its overall regulatory environment. The report described Guyana's regulatory environment as well institutionalized and relatively efficient. It also noted Guyana's business, labor, and monetary freedom scores of 71.1, 76.7, and 76 respectively are above world average. Another metric used was the openness of Guyana's market. It was noted that generally, Both foreign and domestic investors are treated equally under the law. However, lack of access to financing was recognized by the index as a hindrance to the growth of entrepreneurship. Government spending and the tax burden were both rated well, with scores of 83.6 and 76.9 respectively. But when it comes to the rule of law, including the effectiveness of the judiciary, for which Guyana received a score of 48.3, the index noted that this was well below average. Jarrell O'Brien, The Evening News.
The work that the People's Progressive Party civic government has done to diversify the economy was on Monday lauded during the opening day of the Offshore Technology Conference in Houston, Texas. Here is Jarrell O'Brien again with the details.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, which has its own booth at the OTC conference in Houston, Texas, participated at the ribbon-cutting ceremony on Monday. While there, GCCI President Cathy Smith recognized the intentional and deliberate strategy by the PPPC government to diversify the economy. She further noted that these efforts have ensured that there is a range of investment opportunities. GCCI fielded a 35-member delegation to the conference. Reinforcing the GCCI President's message of Guyana's diversification was Chief Investment Officer Dr. Peter Ramsroop. Ramsroop, who is also the Chief Executive Officer for the Guyana Office for Investment, provided key insights into the investment opportunities and made it clear that Guyana is more than oil. The OTC conference is an annual event focusing on offshore energy, bringing together professionals to exchange ideas and advance technology. Over the years, the GCCI has fielded delegations searching for investment and networking opportunities, which have led to discussions on joint ventures. Jarrell O'Brien, The Evening News.
The Ministry of Education has launched its first Arrival Day Village, an initiative aimed at equipping grades 5 and grade 6 students with knowledge needed for their upcoming exam. Michael Henry has this story.
The Education Ministry has launched its inaugural Arrival Day Village at the Arthur Chung Conference Center in Georgetown. This two-day event is designed for grade 5 students, offering an engaging experience that aligns with their curriculum and enhances preparation for the grade 5 National Annual Assessment and the National Grade 6 Assessment. Students are encouraged to engage actively, ask questions, and gain first-hand knowledge about Guyana's rich cultural diversity. The village features exhibitors showcasing traditional foods, textiles, and other cultural artifacts highlighting the uniqueness of each ethnicity. Education Minister Priya Manichan, speaking at the launch, emphasized that this exhibition is part of the government's ongoing efforts to promote cultural appreciation and understanding among students.
This morning it gives me great pleasure to declare the inaugural, the first time ever, the Ministry of Education's Arrival Day Village. And this is something you will see over and over again. To all parents, this village is made up of the social studies content required for your children's learning, for them to be successful at various exams, including the NGSA and CXC Social Studies and History. And so I would encourage you to bring your children to this village over the next 2 days.
Meanwhile, the minister used the platform to reaffirm the government's commitment to continuing their efforts through ongoing development initiatives.
But I want you all to know, whether you're in grade 4 or grade 5 or grade 6 or high school, that our ancestors, the little ones, the old ones, the people who came before us, all of them withstood very harsh conditions to get here. And all of them struggled in very harsh conditions to stay here and build a better life for you. And that is what we in the government are committed to doing. Building a better Guyana day by day, so that you could thrive here, whether you live in Region 1 or Region 6. We owe our ancestors who came here. We owe them the duty to look after this country and her people that they made home so that we could all be better. We owe them that duty.
The minister also reminded students of the importance of promoting unity.
You are not going to be a bigot in any way, shape, or form in your school or out of your school, in your community or out of your community, online, on social media, whether it be Facebook or Insta or TikTok or whatever else they have. You are not going to be a bigot because you are bright, young Guyanese children aiming to grow up in a land that is full of love and unity and togetherness, a land that thrives where the government is committed to giving each and every one of you equal opportunities.
Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
It was at Plantation Highbury on the east bank of Berbice in Region 6 that the first set of East Indians arrived in Guyana. The date was May 5, 1838, and for almost 3 decades, persons from all walks of life have been going to landing site on the anniversary to celebrate the achievements of East Indians in Guyana. We are now joined by our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael with that report.
The Indian arrival anniversary celebrations at Highbury on the east bank of Berbice in Region 6 showcased the vibrant tapestry of Indian culture in an array of traditional dances, music and culinary delights that reflect the rich heritage of the Indian community.
And me Lilawati.
And me name Prakash Kuldeep Singh Shivcharan Pasad.
And this is how me attack. I buy come here so.
Abris attack so. Gyal komla bigo so.
And this is how me walk. And this is how me sing. Kya hua tera bada ho khatam khoni rada.
Wait. Hatino. Oh pritam pyare tu kaha basat hai mohe nazariya batai ja. This Abhi display when Abhi going to dance a bit.
And this is how me dance.
Should I shake she waist?
Me wear me jumka, me gungru, and me gali.
As Guyana observes Arrival Day 2025, it's also the 187th year since the first group of East Indians arrived in Guyana. They arrived at Plantation Highbury, just a few meters beyond where we are, where the river is. However, annually, people pilgrimage to Highbury here on the east bank of Berbice, where there is a ceremony to observe the anniversary of the arrival of the first group of East Indians to Guyana. Here was Indian High Commissioner to Guyana, Amrit Talang, who spoke about the importance of settling issues without violence.
We live in a society where extremist elements, people who resort to violence do exist, and therefore it is very important that we remain vigilant. We also consider it as a responsibility as part of the society that we should never accept terrorism or violence. Come what may, people may use any excuse, but violence can never be a solution to any problem. The only solution is to talk, to discuss, and to resolve all disagreements through the process of engaging with people.
here today were Minister within the Ministry of Local Government and Ambassad, Minister within the Office of the President with responsibilities for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, and Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa.
Every arrival day, we pause as a nation to reflect, remember, and honor the journeys, struggles, and legacies of those who came before us. Our ancestors who arrived on these shores from faraway lands, carrying little more than hope and a desire to build a better future.
This modern Guyana that we have inherited is a product of their blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifices through all manner of hardship and circumstance.
As Guyana continues to develop, every Guyanese must contribute to the economic prosperity of this country, and rest assured that every Guyanese will benefit from the fruits of their dedication and hard work.
From Highbury on the east bank of Berbice, for the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Wednesday, May 7, 2025 at 1 hour 45 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 13 hours on Wednesday, May 7, 2025, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
4 Guyanese in Windy's ODI team for upcoming tour and Women's T20 Blaze, Guyana makes it 3 in a row. These stories and more coming up in this evening's podcast, sponsored by MacCorp.
Hi, I'm Timothy Ramjan, and this is MacCorp Rental. We have the right equipment and generator for your coming project. Call me on 698-8116. MacCorp, let's do the work.
Mother's Day, Digicel is turning up the love and cooling things down.
Imagine surprising mom with a brand new fully stocked fridge.
Digicel is making it a reality.
You can win one of 4 fully stocked fridges
worth over $500,000.
Just top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to win weekly. It's that easy.
Top up today. The more you top up, the more chances you have to win.
Happy Mother's Day from Digicel. Better connected.
Attention builders and DIY pros. Transform your projects and upgrade your toolkit with Stanley. Start with precision cuts using the circular saw. Tackle tough jobs with the hammer drill. Achieve clean finishes with the tile cutter. Make angled cuts with the miter saw. Power through with the chop saw. And sharpen your skill with the bench grinder. Don't wait. Visit sylviesonline.com or stop by 31 High and Hatfield Streets or Lot 90 East Henrietta, Essequibo Coast to grab yours today. Upgrade your tools. Upgrade your results.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.